Blue face, baby. Yeah, I'm every woman's fantasy. Mama always told me I was gonna break hearts. I can surf off stupid. Don't be mad at me. I wanna see you bust down. Bend that shit over on the gang. Yeah, make that shit clap. She threw it back, so I had to double back on the gang. Smacking high off the drug. I tried to tell myself 2 times enough. Then the nigga relapsed on the dead low. Ain't no running, Tatiana. You gon' take these damn shows, Tatiana. I beat the pussy every time it's a murder scene. Keep shit players, Tatiana, like you ain't never even heard of me. But bust down.
Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas! It's a Christmas special episode with the Hi, guys. I just smoked a huge dab. Steven, you're smiling. Are you okay? Is he broken?
It's Christmas!
I guess we know what favorite time of year it is for Steven here. He's a Christmas guy. I love it.
No, it's baby snake season. That's the best time of year.
Hey, honestly, I want to know, when did you stop believing in Santa, Steven?
Don't
lie.
What are you talking about?
Oh, shit. Sorry. Sorry, Mrs. Cush. I probably ruined a lot. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, guys. I hope you guys are doing good. I haven't seen you in like almost a whole fucking 24 hours.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's been a week.
Has it?
Yes.
Okay. Are we on our phones? What are we doing right now? I'm confused. What are we doing?
Sorry, that was my sister-in-law.
Okay, cool. Because
we're
I'm here. Let's
freaking
go. I need the fucking energy because tonight is going to be sick as fuck. We got a Chondro guy. We got the Chondro guy back. And it's been a few episodes.
Real episodes after all this monitor crap.
Jesus.
Right? MJ?
I love learning, but I also like when I'm hearing Chondro talk, it's like looking at pictures in a magazine. Like it's stuff I understand. Like that's shit I could really take away from. No, but honestly, last episode with Brandon was fucking super fire.
That was insane, yeah.
Super fire. Make sure you guys check that out. Link in the description below. But good job, Steven.
Statistic.
Yeah, pretty hard. A lot of options.
Get it?
I didn't get that. I'm just talking. Kind of fucking
super fire, and I said Black Eyed Cystic.
Oh
God.
Ball python humor.
All right, you want to know what's not? You want to know what's not a joke and all about serious business? That's Cold Blooded Cafe. www.coldbloodedcafe. Freshest and the best is delivered to your doorstep. I'm 100%, 110% sure that our guest we have on hella uses Cold Blooded Cafe.
And sponsor.
And what do you know? His promos are pretty legit as well. So coldbloodedcafe.com, man. You guys already know where to go for that. You got eggs, put them inside a sim box. Another guarantee for sure. I'm telling you, I use them. Steven uses them. Desiree uses them. Guaranteed for that, man. Check out Simbox. And here we go. We got Focus Cube Habitats. Focus Cube Habitats. I said it right, dude. Fuck yeah. Shout out to the sponsor, Focus Cube Habitats. And what does Desiree have? There it is. The display. Dang. Whoa. You know what's crazy is I don't want to give anything away, but our special guest kind of started the trend on this. I'm not even joking. He started the wave on this. And now it's just starting. I'm telling you, man, these enclosures are amazing. Look how light they are. Desiree was able just to, not that Desiree's weak. She's pretty strong, especially right now. She's been getting her fucking swollen lately. But she's able to move that around. Like, that was pretty easy to do, right, Des?
Yeah.
And it's clean. How do you guys like it? You guys, so tell me.
We get 4 of them, and the pallet only weighed 100 pounds. So
And a skid itself is
It's
like
25. Yeah.
at
So
least, yeah.
All right, good deal. So shouts to all the sponsors. Mad respect. We rep you heavily, but tonight, man, what do you know, man? What do you know? What do you know? This is so sick. What do you know? This is gonna be super hard, and not only that, the special guest even hard. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, this is a special episode, so this is, I don't know, how jolly can you get, man? How
Well,
jolly?
we'll
How much
find
more jolly?
out.
yeah.
How
Oh, wait.
can you get?
You can actually get a lot more jolly. My bad. You
shit.
can get a lot more jollier than oh yeah. Mark
Fuck.
Heger from
Dude.
Texas Chondro. Look at this. Oh my god.
Ooh, what an outfit.
Pants, I got a tie.
Outfit.
Hey,
Bravo.
hey, if you're coming on the Unfiltered Reptiles Podcast, you better get dressed up. It's the holiday season.
That's the truth.
Merry Christmas. Head to toe right here. Zoo Dreams.
All the way.
representing- And hold on. We got light.
He is lit. Look at him. He's
Dude,
lit.
Literally
Lit.
Damn. Litty.
Oh,
Damn. I mean,
what's up, guys?
what's going on, man?
Oh, Mark.
How's Mark
Dude.
doing over there in Texas, bro? What's going on?
Texas is always flexing. I'm
Oh, his connection's bad. Here we go.
stoked.
We just started.
so long coming.
It's a great screen. That's
It's just awesome. Like, I listen to you guys all the time, and
Aw.
obviously we've been friends for a long time. So it's just been awesome listening to you guys. I love the podcast. Everything y'all have done this year has just been amazing. Like, you guys have the best guests, you have the best content. It's phenomenal, and I'm stoked.
Thank you.
That's some amazing feedback, especially coming from somebody who inspires all of us. I mean, let's be real. Mark, fucking anything you post is like, it throws me back, bro. And a lot of stuff you post early in the morning, so it gets my day going. Like, I'm like, wow, look at this shit. Like, are you for reals? And I'm not gonna lie.
Man.
I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead. No, go
Yeah,
ahead.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Well, I figured out the Instagram stuff pretty early on and took full advantage of it. I mean, I post every weekday before 9 a.m. and it's like clock. So it's there because I know that people wake up, they look at their phone, they check their feed, and it's there for it. So it brings me a huge amount of joy to feature people's animals, to have my own animals featured, and obviously the Texas Chondro community. It's a family. Like that's what
It's
we're
such a
so
family.
close knit. Like Stephen and Des have been out to eat with the whole Texas Chondro crew, and it's awesome. Like, the people that we have around us are incredible. The animals that we get to keep are incredible. So why not show them off every day?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. What I love the most about Mark is he puts on the whole state of Texas. Like, I'm talking about, he be putting people on. Like, I mean, like, I just love how you share your platform with everybody else. You know what I mean? First and foremost, it's just Texas people, no big deal. It's just Texas people, but I still love it though, man. You know, because it literally opened my eyes to how many fucking chondro keepers that are in Texas, and
and there's always more getting added to it. Like, I just found out there's this husband and wife that are like 20 minutes away from me, and they just got their first green juice. And I'm like, oh, send me a picture. Like, I'll post on the account. Like, the whole idea behind the Texas Chondros account is we can do so much more if we do it together than we could if we all tried to do it individually. And so, like, the mindset was, man, let's get one centralized account where we can feature everyone's incredible animals, and I can help get us a ton more exposure than we would normally get on our own account. And because of that, like, their accounts are benefiting, and it's just a huge, like, we're all about creating this community, benefiting everyone in it, and it's just been incredible.
Yeah.
Dude,
It's an amazing account. I love it.
it's Oh shit! Sorry. It also sends a great message too. Like that kind of positivity spreads, man. It really does. And I take a lot back from it. You know what I mean? I'm a guy who like I embrace the kind of positivity that really influences me because I don't like phony positivity. I just shine away from it. You know what I mean? Even though positivity is positivity, but you have a good way of
positivity.
you have a good way of
Positivity is positivity. That's true.
It is. So good job on that. Now, I do have to ask, okay, because before we really dip into the snakes and get to know more about your awesome breeding projects, you know, you do an awesome, you know, for your living, your day to day. You have a wakeboard missionary, right?
Yeah. As ridiculous as it sounds.
No, I want to talk about that, bro. I'm so interested. So let's talk about that. Tell me more, please.
Yeah, for sure. So I grew up wakeboarding, like that was my thing. I played all the sports. I did soccer, I did basketball, I did baseball. You know, they're all great. But then when I started wakeboarding, it was like everything clicked, and I just fell in love with sport. So from early age, like when wakeboarding first kind of became a sport, I got involved in it and was just like thrown in the deep end. I literally grew up as the sport of wakeboarding grew up. And so I've always been in it, competed in it. I've been, you know, like I was never at like the top level, but here in Texas, like where there's a big scene, if there was a contest, like I was entering in the pro divisions, and you know, it's always just been this passion of mine. And so when I was in college and everything, I was a Young Life leader. If you guys are familiar with the organization Young Life.
Yeah, my cousin does it.
Yeah, Young Life's great. I love Young Life. I did it in high school. It's a great organization. And so I was a Young Life leader all through college. And then when I was in college, I was doing private wakeboard lessons, just like to pay, like to earn an income. And I just developed this heart for these wakeboarders that really didn't have like, you know, just as action sports in general, like skateboarding, snowboarding, surfing, all that stuff. Like it's kind of the outcast of society, very much like, you know, the reptile body. Like you start talking reptiles and you are the outcast, you know. And so I just developed this heart for wakeboarders because those are my people. I related with them. I knew what they had gone through. Like they're my tribe. And so I started this ministry called Wakewell, and haven't looked back since. That's my full-time job is wakeboard ministry.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it's completely ridiculous. I have no idea how God has allowed me to do this. It's utterly, it's the dumbest thing in the world that I get to do this. Like, it's incredible.
It's a blessing.
I don't take any of it for granted. It's incredible. But I, you know, so often I look back at my life, and like, wakeboarding did like this sport that no one knows about, no one cares about. Like, it's a ridiculous sport, and yet I've dedicated my life to it, and here we are. And it's phenomenal.
Well, I'm glad it worked out, and I'm glad it's still working out because, like I said, man, it's really hard to really do something that you're truly passionate about. And, you know, as much as people would love to do reptile stuff for a living, it's just not feasible for a lot of people.
For sure.
So, I mean,
the same with wakeboarding. Like, there's people that grow up wakeboarding, skateboarding, or snowboarding, and they want to do those things full time, and they can't, and that's okay. Like, they're, you know, the reptile hobby, it's a small thing. Like, there's not a ton of people that are going to be able to do reptile stuff full time, and we need you to do stuff other than the reptile hobby. The same way that action sports, like, we need people outside the hobby to continue being in the hobby while doing the other stuff. Guys like me can stay in it.
Right, 100%. Now, you know, as far as like your you know, your early days and whatnot, like, what, you know, were you always a part I'm sorry. Let me rewind that. As far as in your earlier days as growing up as a kid, were snakes always a part of your life? Like, when did that start to become a part of you?
Yeah, man. So I was always into animals, like not just reptiles, not just snakes, but like all animals, any living thing. I was just on fire about. Like, you guys remember zoo books? Do you ever have zoo books?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's our time.
Dude, zoo books were awesome.
Amazing.
Like they were the best thing ever. Right?
It's the only thing I love
Like
reading. I love reading those the most. Those were my thing, the zoo books, bro. All the time in libraries, I'll go find the zoo books.
Dude, I devoured those. And so like I was all about learning and everything. And my parents, we live in Dallas, but there's this like park back behind my parents' house, and I would go into the park with a Home Depot bucket and just catch anything I could and just put it in the bucket, like snakes, frogs, lizards, turtles, whatever. It was going in the bucket, and I wanted to bring it home and show off what I found in the bucket, you know. And then I'd go let it go the next day or whatever. So I've always been into animals. I just love, like, nature is so cool. But then my first snake was a garter snake that my mom brought. She found it in the street. She was out at someone's house at night, and it was crawling on the street. She grabbed it, put it in like Tupperware container or something, brought it home, and I kept it for like, I don't know, a couple weeks, and then let it go in the forest. And then I got a rough green snake, and that was like the first pet. And it was awesome. Rough green snakes are terrible. They eat crickets, and it's just insects. But I loved it, and it was so cool. And
wow.
Yeah, and so from then on, it was like, man, I have to have animals in my life. I want to learn everything about animals. I just loved it. Like it was incredible. So I got super serious into wakeboarding all through high school and all through college. And that took up the majority of the time. So I didn't have many animals in my care. And then after I got married, I started keeping snakes and had a carpet python. Then I actually sold that carpet python to Bill Stegall so that I could go and buy. Like, that was it. I found green tree pythons, and I'm done. Like, that is the species I want to.
What year was that? What year was that?
That was like 2011, 2012, somewhere in there.
Just under 10 years.
Yeah. And Bill and I have been super good friends ever since. Like, he's been a huge mentor of mine. Like, he lives like maybe 30, 45 minutes from me.
Nice.
Since I shout out to Bill. I haven't talked to him in a minute. I wish he was here tonight. But how did you meet Bill? I want to know how you even stumbled across him. Just out of curiosity.
Yeah. So I actually met Bill because I posted this carpet python on Craigslist, and I was like, "Look, I'm going to sell this carpet python. There's green tree pythons that I want to buy. I'm selling this." And he messaged me and reached out to me and was like, "Hey, it was a female carpet python. It was probably like a year and a half. It was still super small." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll bring it over to your house. Like, if you want to buy it, I'll deliver it." And so I bring that carpet to Bill's house, and I walk into his, like, at the time he was in the house that he was in before the current one is in. So it was like this carport, like, kind of garage that he had all of the snakes in, and it was filled with ball pythons, carpet pythons. Like, he had like 2 or 3 green.
Savage.
That was the first time that I walked into somebody's house and was like, "Oh my god, you have tons of snakes! Like, this is amazing!"
Yeah,
And,
snake heaven.
Oh, dude, I was tripping out. And so from then on, I was probably at Bill's house like once a month, minimum. We were just friends from then on out. I was like, I have to keep going over to Bill's house to see what else he's doing, what else he's adding. If he needs help with anything, like I was just dope on
You lucky
snakes
bastard.
and on. Oh, dude, I mean, seriously, like having
lucky
someone like that so close to you, I couldn't have gotten any luckier.
Imagine that would have been so. I mean, obviously but you're a good person too. So it all, you know what I mean. It's not like anyone could just fucking, befriend Bill and like, have him be his mentor. Obviously, you showed something that Bill could really fucking take in. So you know what I mean. I just say that just you two connecting, like, you know what I mean. Like, because look what it turned into. Like seriously, look what it turned into. Like it's fucking bizarre. Totally. Like,
and like we both got into green trees like right around the same time. Like Bill and I have really like grown in the green tree hobby together. Like he was just a little bit ahead of me, but we walked that whole thing together. He was very big in the carpet python community. So I mean, he had all of the like crazy high contrast zebra jags, ocelot carpets. He's had the ball python, the royal python. Sorry, Bill. For so long, like
royal.
Royal. Bill's pythons are royal.
They're all royal.
But he had been doing that for a long time, And so for me, like, I kept some sticks here and there, and then like was seriously into green trees, and Bill had started in green trees, and so it was so cool to walk that together.
Yeah.
Jesus, that is so sick. I mean, I knew you guys had some sort of like connection. I just didn't know extent to that, like that to the beginning stages. Like, I think that's fucking pretty awesome. Now let me ask you this: other than Bill, who else was a part of that? As far as that influence for you, like when, like, was it just you two, like really nerding out with the chondros, or did someone else come into the mix around that time, or? Like, I want to know how the unit started. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So for a long time, it was Bill and I for sure.
Right.
And then the more time I spent at Bill's house, the more people I've met that just like came over to Bill. Like the thing you said was like, "Oh yeah, Mark, you must like, it's because you're so personable and so nice." Like, no, Bill's that way to everybody. Like, he let MJ stay at his house for a weekend.
He did
that.
Twice.
That should show how nice Bill is. Like he's incredible.
He's amazing, bro. Amazing guy, dude. God, man.
Amazing. He's one of the most hospitable, nice, like, and he's a normal, like, he's not some like, you go to the reptile show and you're like, that's a weirdo reptile guy. Like Bill is straight up, straight laced. He's an all-American, just homegrown, good old boy.
I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie, Mark. When I first landed in Texas, he picked me up. Right? He's like, "Hey, you want a beer?" And I'm like, "You fucking drive with beer in your car?" He's like, "Yeah, man. It's what I mean. It's like
sounds about right."
And I'm like, "Fuck, this is amazing." And so I end up kicking it at his house. And then as soon as I see his collection, my stomach sank because I realized I have to leave and I have to go meet Steven and Desiree. I don't want to fucking leave this place. And if it wasn't for Desiree and Steven that I had to meet, I would have just canceled everything and stayed at Bill's house for 2 days and just kicked it and just fucking swam in his pool.
And you still wouldn't have.
Also drives a
dog. His amazing dog. His dog was amazing. Oh man, it's just such a comfort, dude. I'm telling you, I'm going back to Texas. That's all I got to say. Going back to Texas.
Hey, bring it on, man.
Now, before we get off, you and Bill, colliding and becoming a fucking force to be reckoned with, which we're getting more into right now. Now let's talk about like hatching the clutches. Who had the experience first with that? Was it you or him?
So Bill had been hatching ball pythons and carpet pythons for years. I mean, he 100% was up on me, but a ton. Bill had hundreds of eggs go through his incubator before I even had it. And yeah, I mean, like he said a ton of times on different podcasts and different shows, and he would tell you himself, he learned so much about his incubator by killing ball python clutches and carpet clutches, like
Basically,
things
what
that were lower value, and not that it didn't break his heart or he was sad about it. Like I'm sure he was, but he had years of practice on just hatching snake eggs before he ever got in on. And so he started hatching, and he paired up. I think that the first group of green trees that he got were adult, were proven breeders, and his first clutch I think was a maru pair, and he paired them together. He got eggs, and that was probably 2 or 3 years before any of my chondros were even old enough to even think about breeding. So Bill has been a wealth of knowledge and information, and even so, my first clutch of green crashed and burned. I got, I think it was 12 or 15 eggs, and I had this converted wine cooler, and they all dried out. It was awful. Lost every single one of them. Not a single one. Brutal. Heartbreaking. And so the next time I had green tree eggs, I took them to the house, and Bill hatched my first clutch of green.
Yeah, that's what's up, dude. That's a good homie right there.
Dude, he is the homie for sure.
Oh my god.
Anyone that will take in your snake eggs and incubate them for you, that's the guy you want in your corner for sure.
Okay, you know what?
Sweet.
We don't. What'd you say, Des?
I said that is so sweet of Bill.
Sweetest thing
He's the
ever.
sweetest. And
Yeah.
he didn't ask anything from me. He was legitimately just as excited for me as I was for myself. Like, he's the greatest.
Okay, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you guys wish that Bill was here right now. Raise your hand.
Oh gosh, I wish.
Okay, who was the best out of all of us this year? Let's see. Desiree. Desiree, you're probably the best this year. Ask Santa for Bill to come on the show right now, will you? If you don't mind.
Santa, please bring Bill onto the show, please.
Holy shit!
I wish.
He did it.
What is that, Bill? What?
Oh my
He
god.
wasn't with me.
Santa, thank you. Thank you, Santa.
Merry Christmas.
Miracle.
It's the Chondro Santa. Woo!
Oh.
What's up, Bill?
Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, buddy. Is that?
Cheers.
I thought you were.
Cheers.
I thought you were drinking a big beer. You were drinking the wine bottle. Okay.
Yeah, in anticipation of the show and the cast of characters, I opened a bottle of Freak Show
Oh, baby.
Perfect.
red blend. So
Bill,
cheers.
Yes. Cheers.
Bill Stegall is in the house. What's up, Bill? How you doing, buddy?
Man, I literally have a smile on my face and tears in my eyes. I've been listening to the show, and I'm just overwhelmed, really, with first of all, having all of you guys on the same show at the same time is just so amazing. And when I found out you were doing a show with Mark and you invited me to kind of drop in for a little bit, and I was just so excited and kind of just overwhelmed. And seeing Mark on the show, it's kind of like watching my son graduate from college. It's like I'm so proud. I'm so proud of him.
Yes, I'm so proud of him.
See how he said college and not high school? That means you've already graduated at the time.
Thanks,
Boy, Mark.
Dad.
Yeah, this is so bittersweet. Oh my
Hey,
God.
Hey,
So,
fun fact: Bill and my dad have the same birthday.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
Wait,
Yeah, December 7th. There it is.
Ooh.
Is he 82?
He's not far off.
Bill, first off, Bill, how you doing after surgery? I know you just had some surgery recently and stuff, and I know you've been on the recovery road, right? How you doing right now? You doing good?
I did, bud. Thanks for asking. I'm licking my wounds, man. Oh, hold on a sec.
Oh God.
Like, how flexible are you to lick your own wound?
Oh shoot. He's licking them right in front of the Christmas tree, at least.
At least I got the Christmas tree and the fireplace going, but yeah. I had some.
Nice.
I had ankle reconstruction surgery 3 weeks ago, so I am in a cast and non-weight bearing for 8 weeks.
Oh.
Which has been brutal. I mean, absolutely brutal. So it's been really great to be able to come on tonight and get like a little social interaction and
we're social distancing.
You social distancing. Yeah, I can tell. Have Kush put a mask on, for God's sakes.
I know, he's way too close.
Yeah, put a deli cup over your mouth. Yeah. That's how you know.
Man, I'm just I'm so excited, to be here. You guys put on a great show. Mark he's literally, he's family to me. He threw out an example where, I've helped him a couple times along the way, but he's one of the guys that really has helped me so much everywhere from, he's one of the guys that was instrumental in me making the move. It's been a little over a year ago now up to my new place. He was the first guy there to help me pack up animals and say, hey, listen, we're going to eat this elephant one bite at a time. And it was a super stressful 3-day weekend, but he and a handful of other folks just helped me get it done. And he's helped me in so many ways over the last decade. I can't tell you.
Hey man, God has blessed Texas so good. I'm telling you right now, man, just looking at you two and just seeing dude, Texas. If it wasn't for the Tex-Mex, I swear to God, I would be there.
That's a terrible excuse.
I would be there.
Excuse.
I would be
there. That's not on Tex-Mex. That's on you, dude. That's on you.
As soon as they move there, I'm there. If once I see Steven and Desiree in Texas, then I'm going. It's a wrap. Then we'll all live there and it's over. Then we'll fucking we'll shut it down.
Right, so, the U.S.
Let's make a commune.
Okay.
So, Bill, you've been listening, right? You obviously, you've been kind of hearing how, Mark was telling the beginnings and whatnot of you, the Chondro, the career starting together, right? Yeah. So give me some of your insight, man. So what were the trial and errors like when, you starting to get into Chondros, meeting Mark and, you guys, he was talking about your incubation, you had to learn with ball pythons and stuff like, so just kind of give me, what you remember and.
Yeah. I mean, it's so funny. I had really forgotten the story about how Mark and I met. It's been that long ago and really that uneventful of really meeting Mark for the first time. I just completely forgot about it.
Hey, story of my life, Bill.
I'm just joking, of course. I remember it like it was yesterday. And like Mark said at the time, I maybe had a handful of green trees. I had just gotten into green trees, but I was still a big carpet guy. I mean, at one time I was probably hatching 10 or 12 clutches of carpet pythons a year. But at ICAS is when I really got a dose of green tree pythons. And I knew kind of at that point, I think I may have met Forrest there.
Yeah.
Did Forrest go? He was at ICAS, wasn't he?
Yeah. We still have a sticker from that event.
That only happened once, or was that how many times did I
think it was just one time.
Only one time. There've been talks about redoing it, but God, it could never ever. You could never duplicate the experience of the first ICAS. So I kind of hope they don't ever do it again. It was so special for so many reasons, and hell, meeting Forrest, that's where I met him, and I think probably he was about the same stage as I was at the time. He may have had some green trees back then. I can't even remember what year it was, but he was pretty new into the green tree experience at that time. But anyway, I met Mark through carpet pythons, and like he said, we both kind of went through this journey of exploring and discovering green trees kind of along the same pace. And Mark has turned into kind of similar to Forrest. He's turned into this green tree historical encyclopedia, where he knows so much about the history of green trees, particularly designer stuff, blue line stuff. He's just got a knack for the historical stuff. Mark knows my collection and my lineage better than I do, and that's no joke. That's no joke.
I've actually made lineage pedigree for Bill's animals because Bill didn't have it, and so
it's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
That is awesome. I can't believe what's crazy too is because when Mark probably met you, Bill, he was probably so fascinated with everything that you're doing that even though you probably weren't telling him to do all this shit, he was doing it on his own because how much you were passionate about it, Mark. I respect that. That's it's kind of why you are where you're at with the shit that and with what you're breeding too.
For sure. And
now,
Bill was the first guy that he wasn't full-time reptiles at the time. It would be another 7, 8, 9 years that he would retire and go full-time in reptiles. But I saw it from the moment I met him. I was like, oh my God, this is the potential for what full-time reptiles would be.
Right.
And Bill had it. And I was so jealous or envious. It isn't the right word because there was no animosity. There was only admiration for what he had and motivation to get there. And I was like, oh my gosh, let's do this. I'm in. So anytime that I could ride Bill's coattails and learn from him and just the wisdom that he has, I was on board for sure.
Yeah,
we've learned from each other. So much different stuff. There's some funny stories about Mark and I. And Mark, I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm probably the most unhandy person on the planet as far as I can change a light bulb and maybe a couple of other things like that. But I'm a very unhandy person. And Mark is one of the guys that I can always count on. If I was having trouble with something, he'd come over there and he would just fix stuff. And he helped me put so many cages together. And we were messing around with some of David Brom's, new inventions of do-it-yourself cages. And I had no idea how to cut stuff out and make stuff work. And we just come over there and we just have these projects we'd work on, all day on a Saturday. And, it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah. There was actually one time when I don't know if you discovered it or if I discovered it. There was some emerald and basin keeper. He had a huge collection in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And he was selling all of them. He had sold a bunch of the snakes, and then he still had all these shark horn PVC cages in this storage shed. And so obviously you were still a doctor, you still had a crazy schedule, and I'm this wakeboarding kid that I can make my own schedule. And so I don't remember if you suggested or if I suggested it, but one of us said, hey, this guy has 6 PVC cages. If I go up and get them, and I have 2, and I'll give you the other 4. And that was the best adventure. I got to drive up to Oklahoma, grab all these cages from this emerald guy, drive back, and then we had to fix some of the cages because the wind blew off a panel. It was the craziest thing. And that was a big bonding moment for me and Bill. Is I got to go on this grand Oklahoma adventure to grab cages and bring them back for me and Bill to loot and plunder. It was awesome.
It's crazy, bonding adventures like that, and when I had to tuck MJ into my guest bedroom because he had dranking so much, he drank himself silly.
because I geeked out in Bill's room when it was just me and him, but like I also feed off on Desiree and Steven when they're geeking off it too, and I always ask Steven a bunch of questions, and I wasn't able to do none of that. I was fucking out. I tried. Come on, guys. I tried, dude. I really tried, and I was so bad.
We even tried Bloody Marys, and it didn't work.
I tried too, and that honestly, that really made me worse. That made it so bad.
It's not supposed to.
I literally just felt like dumping into your pool. Like I felt like just like falling over, and if I sink, man, honestly, I was like, dude, you're gonna have to suck it up and ask if you could lay down. You don't have a choice. That's what I told myself in the head. And
hey, that's the Bill Stegall special.
Dude,
you didn't ask. I offered.
Pool and cigar.
Oh.
That's the Bill Stegall trio right there.
Is that what happened? You offered?
Dude, I offered.
Oh,
we were sitting outside. The
full.
four of us, Steven, as you and me, were sitting outside, and you just had this like look on your face, and I know the look. Believe me, okay? I think I invented the look.
Oh my!
Like MJ, you don't leave for like 10 more hours. Do you want to go lay down for a little while?
Oh, MJ.
You're like, dude, yes.
Uncle Bill.
Lay down.
And honestly, dude, it was a brand new bed. Everything was it was like a brand new house. Smell like everything was fresh. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. And I woke up with my face like completely stiff on the bed. I didn't even use the pillow they gave me. I was just like out like this. And then I woke up like confused, like what happened? You know, like oh man. And I'm not gonna lie, I ate some of your bread in your kitchen because I need to eat something.
Yeah, because I think when you woke up, I was taking Kush and Des to the airport. I think.
Yeah.
Bring me some Tex-Mex.
No, okay. Let's talk about since you brought this up, Bill. Let's talk about that. So what do I hate them? Not hate. I guess hate's a strong word, but what would I rather? What's the one food I'd rather not eat if you give it to me?
Tex-Mex, yeah.
So what the heck, Bill? Okay, I wake up and I'm pretty much I don't know what I want to eat, but I know I need to eat. And Bill's like, "You need to eat something, buddy." He's like, "How about we go get something to eat?" And he's like, "What do you want?" And I'm not gonna be picky. Like Bill's offering me to go eat, so I just said yes to whatever. He takes me to a fucking Tex-Mex, dude. He puts a fried chicken taco. Okay, a fried chicken taco in front of me with the signature fucking pico de gallo. Fucking, it's oh my god. And I tried eating it and I ate the inside. Sorry to be disrespectful, but I love you, man. But fuck, that was terrible.
Let me. I don't want Bill to speak. He doesn't need to defend himself. I'm going to step in and tell you that the problem isn't with Tex-Mex. The problem is with you. It's like when you go to a foreign country, like you go down to Mexico, you have the most delicious Mexican dinner and everything, and then you're sick. It's not because the food is bad. It's because your stomach is inadequate. Your stomach is not on par with Tex-Mex.
Well done.
Stomach, MJ.
Get on our level, MJ. Get on our level.
So much Tex-Mex next time I'm there. Like that's all I'm gonna eat.
It's a mental thing.
We should have had Italian, no doubt about it.
No, honestly, I didn't know what the fuck I wanted. I didn't know what the fuck I wanted. I don't know. You could fucking gave me the bombest pizza, and probably pizza would have been good. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, but it doesn't matter. Let's move forward.
Moving on.
Okay, so talking about me being sick, let's get into the sickness. Okay, that's what.
Whoa!
Here we go. Let's get into the
nice segue.
That's good.
So obviously, the start of your Chondro career was obviously in the beginning of you and Mark being friends, but when the fuck did the sickness come to play? When the hell did this happen, and how did it happen?
Well, the Mark mentioned my first clutch. It was an Aru locality pairing, and it was an awesome entry into breeding green trees. I had a super small clutch. I think I had maybe 8 babies, Aru to Aru. And they came out of the egg, big eggs, big babies, and every single one of them just fed like monsters. Like I was like, what are these Chondro fools talking about when they that it's
I'm the
hard to
greatest
get
Chondro
babies
keeper alive.
I have figured out the secret.
Yeah, what a bunch of idiots.
These guys are idiots. So I established like 8 Aru babies, and what a great year that was. And then I had my second clutch, and instead of having 8 babies, I had 23.
Woo!
And the eggs were small, the babies were small, but it was the clutch that the sickness eventually came out of. And God, it was the exact opposite experience of my first time. I think the first time I had 23 babies, 23 eggs, 23 babies came out, all of them healthy. And I think the first time I fed them 3 out of the 23 ate. And that was 5 hours later.
5 hours.
Yeah.
About 5 hours later. And I was so dejected and so just like, what the fuck? You know, just exactly it deflated out of me. But, you know, one of the great things about the green tree community is people like Mark and people that were a generation ahead of me, you know, they really helped me. And there's no, like Mark said, there's no animosity, there's no jealousy, there's no hiding stuff, secrets, tips. You know, a lot of people helped me to, you know, just listen, take a deep breath, give it a few days, try again. You're going to lose, you know, you're going to lose some of these babies, man. There's just no doubt about it. You got 23 of these things. Some of them were runners. Some of them were strikers and droppers. But just, you know, a lot of support in the community. And, you know, I killed a bunch of them. I think of the 23, I ended up establishing maybe half or something like that, you know, maybe 13, 14 babies. And, you know, I know if I had that clutch now, 22 of the 23 would have survived.
Oh, yeah.
But that's just the way it is. That's the learning curve. And no matter how many videos you watch or how many people try to help you, it's just, you know, as everybody on this broadcast knows, and a lot of people listening, it's just an experience thing that you can, you know, there's no greater teacher than failure on these things.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, so
that's why they always say experience is the best teacher, because experience, no matter good or bad, is still going to fucking teach you something. You know what I mean?
You're damn right. You're damn right.
You just happen to have it the opposite way. You had something happen really good, and then fucking boom, you got the shit socked out of you. But that, you know, hey, listen, you fucking bounce back from it. So let's talk about the third clutch now. So going into your second clutch, boom, fucking reality. You know, you did what you could, got half of them established. What happened going into the third clutch?
You know, every clutch and every year is different, but for me, it was better. That second clutch was kind of the, you know, the low point. And I've been lucky enough to hatch, you know, 1 or 2 clutches of green trees every year since that first Aru clutch. So every year I've been able to just kind of expand my, you know, just knowledge base and my technique. And even the first clutch of every year, it's kind of like I'm starting over again. You know, I'm trying to figure out, okay, this is what you do, this is what you don't do. And if you do it long enough, you'll learn all these babies are different. Some of them respond, you know, to aggressive tease feeding. Some of them want them to literally just put it up to their nose very softly, and they won't even strike it. They'll just reach out and slowly start to eat it. And so, you know, I just make notes on every single one of these cards, every single individual baby. This is what it likes. This is what it doesn't like. It ran this time. It fell off the perch this time. And, you know, I mean, and all that stuff takes so much time and effort and mental energy. And, you know, it's one of the things we talk about all the time on these pages. You know, why are U.S. captive bred green trees $1,000? You know, why do people charge $1,000 when I can get one for $250 at the show? Well, if you ever saw me try to feed 23 green tree babies over a period of months, you know, then you'd start to get an idea why these things are worth $1,000, you know, and up.
Yeah, go ahead and go that route. Go that route and get mislabeled shit like me and get laughed at. Go ahead.
Oh,
Good luck.
I'm not nobody laughing at you, man.
You bullshit. Bill, that last Pedro episode, I got shitted on. Oh my Lord. Honestly, it's on it. I already knew that. I had already talked to Patrick. So let's be honest. Anytime I get something, I show it to Patrick. And Patrick's the one that fucking tells me like, yeah, or like, get out of here, bro. You're tripping. So, and most of the time it's get out of here, bro. You're tripping. So,
dude, here's my theory. As long as you get an animal and you can get it to eat and it's healthy,
that's it.
The locality and all the other shit behind it is secondary.
Fuck localities, Pedro.
That's why you do designers. That's why you do designers, because then you just say fuck localities. I don't know, and I don't care what it is.
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Bill, you haven't done a locality pairing since the first locality.
Only ever one.
It was just one and done. And then the second one was the stick. The third one, was it the blue deuce to Jim's male?
You tell me, Mark. I can't remember, man.
Yeah, Mark.
I think it was.
I think it was.
Because now those animals are breeding age.
That's right. They're breeding this year.
We're 4 or 5 years later, and you're pairing those animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's great.
Hey, Bill, I do want to talk about some animals, if that's cool with you, if you don't mind. And that, since we're kind of like in the topic of like the sickness, and then I want to make my way up to the outbreak, right? You have other fucking amazing names.
I've just gone crazy with naming some of these things because they're just fun. They're fun names.
This is the first photo that I ran into that led me into like who the fuck you were, and I just couldn't believe it. And I'm sure this is a real popular photo. Like a lot of people have seen this photo. But this is the sickness. Am I tripping, or who's the dark guy?
Yeah, that's the sickness, and that was the female that he bred that produced the first clutch of sickness offspring.
More importantly, that's my hand.
I was just gonna say, I think that's Mark holding that pair. That was at a big gathering in my place. That was one of the carpet fests that that I hosted for I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years.
Mark was really your best friend. He was the guy around all the time. He was right there. Here, I'll hold the snake. Take a picture.
Yeah. So it was during Carpet Fest, and Bill would give tours of his snake room, and then take people in there and show people all the stuff, and he'd go out, and then he was so just sick of like he wanted to go be with people, so then he's like, hey, Mark, just show people stuff in the snake room, and I would grab out the animals and take pictures for people, and that was one of I think Ian took that picture, and
I think you're right.
And we had them both together. That was like the premonition of everything. Bill wanted to pair the sickness and the blue cyclops. It was like right then you could see it, and I'm sure Bill had thought about it before. That picture has gone around a lot.
Yep.
It was a great pairing, and that was a great clutch. That was the I think that was the last clutch that I produced.
Let's see if I'm right. Are these the siblings from that?
Those are the offspring.
Yeah,
those are the offspring from that pairing.
All right. Okay. Yes. What did you name these guys?
Oh God. The top one was named Outbreak.
Outbreak top.
And the bottom one is Contagion. The top one's a male. The bottom one's a female.
Which one's SARS?
Which one's what?
SARS.
No SARS yet, and no COVID. I get asked COVID all the time, and I'm like, man, it's too early. There's still like thousands of people a day dying from COVID, so not going to name an animal. That's the flu right there.
It's the flu. Okay, dude, this one, Jesus, wow. So this is also a offspring of the sickness, right?
Yes.
Okay, and where's this one at right now? You still have the flu? Is this the one I held?
Yeah, I've got all three that you just showed still.
And I've seen all three. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So did Des and Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
such badass names though.
Yeah, that was so funny. I mean, I named the sickness because one of my favorite bands is Disturbed, and so it just when the sickness came out and he started his ontogenic color change, he just started looking crazy, and a lot of people said that thing's sick, man.
Yeah.
So
you
I
got
named it the sickness, and then it just kind of fell in line with the other animals because I'm a physician, to name the shit after diseases, disease processes, whatever. It kind of made sense.
You want to know? You want to know what makes me sick? Like I'm talking about stomach sick, other than Tex-Mex. Okay.
Tequila.
And hey, dude, fuck tequila. Never again. Let's get away from that because I'm gonna get sick again. No, but I'm getting sick right now because what's the problem with people hating on yellow neos? Why aren't yellow neos popping? Why does Pedro hate on yellow neos so much? What's there to hate on that?
Look at this animal. Look at this thing. It's fucking incredible.
Fucking incredible, bro.
Incredible.
So what? But honestly, what is it about people kind of like? I'm looking for reds. I want reds. I want to know what your guys.
Blue. They think it's gonna be blue.
But yeah, blues come from yellows too, right? Am I tripping?
No. Okay, so here's the thing.
No.
No.
let me break this down for you. Pedro, listen up. The people that red neo. Okay, red neos, like Trooper Walsh has been working with designer line and selectively picking red neos out of that since like the late 80s. Like he has been like, he was really the founder of a lot of the designer lines that we have, and you see people selectively pick out the red neos for extreme color variation, which is why there are so many extreme color variations from red neonate.
Yeah.
So for people that want the easy way out, pick a red neo.
Wow.
Hey, if you want the hard way, if you want to really work, if you want to do your own like project, start from the beginning and put in time and energy and effort,
and hit this.
Do the same thing with yellow neos.
There you go.
Dude, let's go.
What's the problem? Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God, he said let's go, red neos. You ain't got shit on this yellow. This shit's hard.
Come on,
bro.
man. Hey, and real talk, I love red neo. I have red neo babies. I have yellow neo babies. I am all about both. And both have their place. Like the thing that I dislike is when people when they write off yellow neos and they're like, there's no way, if you want a designer, if you want anything crazy, you gotta go red neo.
Yeah.
Here we go. Show and tell time. I love it.
It's a safe route. It's all right. Not a big deal.
Why he's getting that, I will say a lot of the neo hate is tongue in cheek. I really truly believe that.
For sure.
I mean, it's turned comical now, and it's just kind of a joke, kind of like ball python shit was. Look at that thing. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
This thing has it. I don't know if it's picking up on there, but it's got orange, it's got yellow, it's got blue.
Oh my God!
Black.
Hold on.
I mean, this thing it's literally, it's got everything. Like, I send this snake to Pedro to mess with him and show him, like, hey, this is what a yellow neo can do. Like, dude, look at some of the colors on that guy. Like, it's got every color in it. I mean, that's a pretty snake right there.
It's beautiful.
That's
And
your
that's a
boy,
yellow neo.
Mark. That's your boy, Mark. That's your boy. You did good.
You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy. That thing is so sick. I am like kind of just really thrown back right now on how sick that yellow is, man. Well done. Well done.
So we need some advice over here. When we were off screen, Des is like, let's sell all the ball pythons and get green trees.
Yeah.
Amen.
It's still in my heart, in the apex of my heart.
I know.
Oh God, he's not done.
I know
he's not
that
done.
Des
Look at that.
loves green trees. Look at this thing. That's a yellow neo. Look at all the black in that animal. That's killer.
You're smashing the show and tell right now.
Dude, come on.
So this is a yellow neo. So pay attention, Pedro. This was a yellow neo.
Yeah. Hey, Pedro. Better get with it.
Mark, are those animals siblings? Those two?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So those two are from Jack and Fiona. Jack is a Rob Worrell animal from Noah and Chloe. Fiona is documented Rocky type. But both parents were yellow neos. Both parents had exhibited a more than normal amount of melanism. And within one generation, their animals are their offspring are producing extreme amounts of melanin. And so that was my hope with that whole pairing is I knew that if these two yellow neo adults were paired together, they would have green yellow neo offspring. And within one generation, it's done. It's there. Like you can see it. And you hold back all the animals and you wait to see how they develop. Dude, that's a green and black snake.
That's so like what I would want. If you could ask me, hey, what route you want to take your green tree? I'm not trying to be a copycat, but fuck, that's the shit right there.
That's the shit.
Yeah, and just wait until the blue dorsal really come in.
Yeah,
then you're gonna have a green and black snake with blue on its back. It's gonna be awesome.
The one you showed before that's not even close to being done either. Like this is like literally like in just the tip of the iceberg. This is tight.
Put it back in its Exoterra, Mark.
Hey, dude. Okay, so let's talk about how sick this fool's enclosures are because he fucking made them out of tubs. Can we talk about that real quick, Mark?
Yeah. Hey, the first time that you and I talked was about these tub enclosures.
You gave me your time of day, bro. You gave me everything, measurements. You told me everything what to do. The website, you gave me everything to do, and I just still didn't do it.
Yeah, you messaged me and you were like, "Hey, can I like? How did you do these?" Because I think I posted on
your stories,
like, and then you messaged me, and I was like, "Hey, let me just give you a call, and I'll walk you through it." And that was it. Like we did it. So I built all of them.
Yeah, I bought the tubs and everything.
Yeah, man, tubs are awesome.
So crafty, bro. And then the black looks good too. So anyway, I think that's probably one of the sickest do-it-yourselfs that like didn't cost a fucking arm and a leg. Like that's straight craftsmanship right there. So I always thought that was sick.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mark, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I wanted to say I saw in the intro on the show, Des and Steven, you guys got your first Focus Cube habitat cage or cages.
Yeah, we got 4 of them today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you set them up yet? Did they come assembled or are you putting them together?
Yeah, we assembled them and I installed the lights and we got a basin in it and an emerald in it right now.
So cool.
Yeah.
Did you get the cubes, the 2x2x2, whatever they call that?
Yeah, we got a 2x2 and then 3 18-12-12s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. Yeah, you saw the little one that I had, I think, when you came, right?
Yeah.
At that time, I just had one.
Which one is that? Is that the Matrix?
I think the Matrix, the 12 by 13 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first one that I
go onto the Texas Chondro's Instagram account and you look at our post about the Focus Cube habitat. You, yourself, yes, you, who are listening right now, you can win a Focus Cube Matrix habitat for free. They'll ship it to you. All you got to do is follow the rules, and then you'll have an incredible enclosure that Bill Stegall has and uses.
I saw the promo. Beautiful.
It's amazing.
There you go, man.
This is what the community is all about. I love it.
Don't Don't even mind the
let's
end.
go.
Look at this carbon fiber
Yeah.
perch.
Yeah.
Like,
High-end,
Dude,
bro.
they are the
High-end.
real deal.
I got
what's
white
more
ones.
exciting, the snake or the perch? I don't even know.
Either one.
Love them. Love it all, man.
You got to make sure you guys hit this fucking competition up, or this, this giveaway. This is what it's all about right here. So
Yeah,
make
we are
sure
picking a winner on Christmas Day. So you should post that picture to your own account. Can't do it on your story because it goes away and we can't keep track of it. So post the picture on your account, tag 3 friends, tag Texas Chondros and Focus Cube Habitats, and then you could win.
and you could be a winner.
Yes, you.
You better pick me.
And Mark
Hey.
will drop it off to you wearing that suit
Exactly.
You better.
if you're in Texas.
Kush, that's a killer animal, man.
Yeah,
Love it.
Throw that up.
That
Quick.
is.
Throw that merino up real quick.
So this is, of course, an Amazon basin emerald tree boa from the one and only Ed Marino. This is actually one of his holdbacks that he was nice enough to let us get. But
Yeah,
he
accidentally
saw
sold it.
all of this yellow in its face, and it doesn't really come through too well on the webcam. But this thing is very light in color for a basin, almost kind of like some like whitish powder blue undertones throughout the body. Of course, the snowflake stripe on the back. Just this is probably my top 5 favorite snakes we have, and I only say that because probably 1, 2, 3, and 4 scrub pythons. But yeah, I mean, this thing is just mind blowing. We're so lucky to have it.
That is unreal, bro.
Smoking hot.
Stupid. That's dreamy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, looks awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
both of you don't work with emeralds, right?
That's what dreams are made of right there. Zoo dream.
Your hands
Woo-wee.
are too important, right? Your hands are too important. I think you said that before, right?
Well, Mark's hands are very important, but yes, I had one, and I did get rid of it when it turned about 3. It was a beautiful female, but at the time I was practicing, and I knew I couldn't. Even though she was docile and sweet, I knew I couldn't take a bite. So I got I traded or got rid of her. But they're beautiful and certainly something in the future that I'll be keeping.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love them. I love them. Period. I mean, no joke. What about you, Mark? How you like them? How you like emeralds? Mark, you there? Can Mark hear me?
I think Mark's suit has electrocuted him.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't.
Hold on.
Bill.
Can you hear me?
Mark, can you hear us?
Hey, I can hear Desiree.
Nice.
Mark,
Hey,
Can you hear me? Mark, can you hear
I
me?
couldn't hear MJ. He was the only one I could hear.
Now you can hear me. No, you still can't hear me?
him. He's talking, but I can't hear him. Get out of
Okay.
here, man. Look, Desiree, what do you have to say?
I'm at
I mean, I got a lot to say. Just
Let's hear it.
big stuff happening all the time, and
How's Lars?
it's hard to keep up. Lars is so good. He's like, I don't know. He goes to this little play. I don't know. It's a family, and they got a granddaughter that comes over, and she's a couple months older than him, and she gives him a lot of heck. Like, she beats him up, and he just takes it. But he's starting to fight back, and he's just this little, like, I don't know, how tall is he? 2 feet.
He's tall enough.
He can reach the door handles. Yeah, I had to put little doorknob things on all the doorknobs, and I don't know. He's wild. He runs everywhere, and he's trying to talk
He's just
real
a
hard.
wrecking ball.
He's a wrecking ball. He's getting so big. I can't even believe it. So,
He
I
figured
can't
out
wait
how
to see him.
baby gate.
oh my
It's like
god,
baby proof. Like we got to pull one side back and like he's.
we had to tape it.
Mhm.
It's like
Yeah, I want to know what it's like to baby-proof a room with crocodiles and frog monitors and like.
yeah. He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't come here often. Like, I'm waiting till he's a little bit older to like really expose him, because it's two different sites where I live and where the animals live. So he comes here on weekends sometimes, and it's like you just gotta have your eye on him the whole time, because he'll come in here, grab hooks, run around with the hooks, get underneath the carts, like pushes the carts all around the room. So yeah, he's in charge when he's here. And the forklift, he's obsessed with the forklift. And so he makes Steven take him on the forklift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want Steven to take me on the forklift.
You will.
100%.
Wow, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys gotta come visit us.
Kush, you got any
so
babies?
a couple years ago, I was there in, I think we had a pro wakeboard tour stop in Indianapolis.
Oh
It was
yeah,
like right outside of Indianapolis. And I was so excited. I was like, okay, we're gonna go. I was talking to Forrest, and I was like, Forrest, I'm gonna bring like pro wakeboard athletes, and we're all gonna hang out at the farm. Like, we're gonna get animals in their hands. Like, they're gonna put it on their Instagrams, put it on their Facebooks. It's gonna blow up. Like, this is it. And then we couldn't make it happen. Like, I think he was out of town, and the athletes, they were like focused on the contest or whatever. Like, they were trying to be professional. Idiot. And we just couldn't make it happen. So I was so upset that I couldn't stop by the farm, and we couldn't make it work. But one day we'll get there.
We will get there one day.
Steven, Bill had a question about your babies, right? What were you talking about?
I just wanted to know if he had any babies he wanted to talk about. He's going to be putting on his Christmas card.
Oh shit! Right?
Talk about your scrubs.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, bring one out. Bring one out.
Bring MJ. Bring
Whip 'em
MJ.
out, Kush.
Get number. Is that number 11?
11. And then tell me, fine gentlemen.
You're out of there.
You hear me? Dude, Bill, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, brother.
Okay.
Wait, you guys can hear MJ?
Hey, tell Mark to exit out and come back in.
MJ says to exit out and come back in.
And click the link in the email.
You exit out.
Thank you.
So it's a little unfortunate right now. He's in shed, but this is little MJ.
Yeah.
Little MJ.
From the Barnett clutch. But so
tell him why. Tell him why it's
so the night when the female laid the clutch, MJ called me, and we were talking about it, and he asked how many eggs are there, and I said it looks like there's 10, and he was like, there's 11, the 11th one's mine. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, if there's 11, then you can have the one. And there were 11, but I'm like, okay, well, you can't have one, but I'll do you one. I'll do the next thing, which is I'll name it after you. So number 11's 11. I think that was a very fair trade.
Hey, whatever. Can you hear me now, Mark? Yes. All right.
Loud and clear, man.
All right. Cool.
So these are all.
Yeah, he Jewed me on that one.
5 months now.
Steven, you're holding them all back. You're not releasing any.
None.
Yep.
Not yet.
What a bastard.
Right, for reals. Do you need 11? You need 11? That's not even it's a freaking odd number. Why do you even want that?
Yes, he does. Kush, you do him dirty, man. Take them all. Hold them back.
He still has
Give it a couple years. It's all yours, man.
My sister and I are gonna take the eggs, and we're going to do something with them to where we can save them. Do you guys have any suggestions how to preserve eggs?
So
you just keep them.
Well, yeah, we got them, but I want to put them in something.
So we have the eggs.
I keep them like that.
I was too worried, so I didn't pull them apart, and they all hatched in the orientation they were laid.
Yeah.
Then I got 4 or 5 first sheds here. We don't keep sheds or anything usually ever, but I had to. So here's a bunch of first sheds of baby scrubs, and these will be wrong.
What is wrong with people?
I want to make some artwork out of it.
So I think I saw it with Jay at Prehistoric Pet, and he has this this massive wall of retail eggs.
When you open it, did you when he opened it?
It's thousands of retake eggs, and I was like, that is one of the most subtle flexes I've ever seen.
How about when he opened it up? Do you remember when he opened it up and he just laid there? It all like basically it drowned him. Like there were so many.
Dude, but isn't that the sickest thing ever? Where it's like, oh yeah, I'm swimming in all the hatched eggs I've had. Like that's pretty sick.
Here's one that is not in shed at the moment, and see if you can see any like this one's already kind of starting to go through the color change a little bit. I actually think it actually is going into a shed shortly here, but starting to go tan on its back. Of course, the lighting isn't showing it, but really cool pattern.
I think MJ looks fresher. Put MJ back up there real quick.
We only produce friendly, socialized scrub pythons.
So they're certified socialized. Certified socialized.
They come with a graduation certificate. They graduated from socializing camp.
Is that why they're so expensive?
Is that why they're awful?
Exactly. Anybody who advertises socialized animals always taxes that price a little bit.
It's about an extra grand.
Yeah, you're just building thread, dude. You're building thread.
Exactly.
You know?
That's what I do with the black dragons every day. You should see my wrists and my hands.
Oh, we see him on TikTok. Don't worry.
Oh my God, I look like a tugger.
They tear you up, huh?
It's bad. Yeah, I don't know if you can see.
You love it.
Yeah,
love bites.
I mean,
I want to know.
I get embarrassed in public sometimes.
Do you enjoy the black Niles more, or do you enjoy the black tree model?
I like the black dragons more. They're more calm and they don't make me itchy. The tree monitor nails make my skin itchy. I don't know what it is, but they're a little
so
bit
sharp,
more,
right?
They're a little more crazy. They're just as pretty, I think, but I don't handle those ones as much as I do the dragons.
Des, what was that?
I'm a big fan of the black trees.
Des, what was that blue? What was that blue monitor that you posted? I think that was eating a pink.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I was eating a cricket. Yeah, those are the pristinus. They're actually green tree tree monitors.
Okay.
And they just look so blue right now as babies. I don't know what it is, but
do they turn green?
Yeah.
We'll see.
They do.
We'll see. Yeah.
We'll see how green they turn.
That thing was beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, we love them. There's 4 little babies.
Wow.
Are you guys selling those? Are you guys selling? I can't remember. You're selling those at some point, right?
I mean, we go back and forth. We go back and forth. We were gonna do 2. They were gonna just do 1, and I don't know right now.
Well, just be like,
MJ, don't you know if it's for sale, it will go on the website. Quit asking.
Yeah.
You'll be the first to know.
we promote on the channel here, bro. This is what we do. This is like, fucking, bro, fuck the website. This is people see it here first. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And I'm just curious because I want first dibs too, if that's the case. You know what I mean?
I'm
Maybe.
waiting for the black trees, man.
Yeah, we got a small pair raising up, and then we got an adult pair right now. So we'll see.
Yeah.
A lot of
We
good
did
information.
have a conversation last night. Now we're like, oh shit, we need to rework our entire project and everything that we were doing, and get different types of nest boxes, and don't let them see other monitors. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do now. I think we're gonna have to change some things around, but should go good.
Better now than later.
Yeah,
Right.
work never stops, man.
Yeah, no, I never.
Not at all.
No.
Hey, that brings me. This brings up something I want to talk to you guys. Now, what is one thing, and if it's individual, I want to know. But what is one thing that you guys recall that you learned back in the beginning of the chondros that, like, you know, it was kind of like a never do ever again? Like, you know, there's do's and don'ts. What is like the biggest don't you've ever learned when keeping chondros so far? Bill, you could go first, or Mark, whoever knows. I just want to know what your biggest don't is.
Oldest first.
I would say probably for me, don't try to bring in and establish older animals, especially if they're long-term captives. I think that's really a setup for disaster. I mean, it can go both ways. I've had success doing it, but I've had more failures than success. In other words, trying to bring in, let's say, a 10-year-old female because you want to breed chondros 1 year, and you bring it in, and it's usually not going to work out well.
Yeah.
Heavy. Mark?
Yeah. So the crazy thing is like so many of the never do's I have done, and like Bill said, some of them have worked, some of them have not. Like I brought in she's probably 8, 9, 10 years old female. So there was someone in Chicago that was selling 3 animals, and I looked at all of them. I said, hey, I think all of those are females. I'm gonna buy all 3. I can't afford it. I'm gonna buy all 3. I kept one. I gave one to Lottery Reptiles, Sabrina and Jim, and I gave one to Tad Dwayne. They paid me for them, everything. But I fronted the money. I was like, hey, I'm gonna get these 3 females. We're gonna ship them all. They're all over 10 years old, and that we think we imported in June, or we got them down from Chicago. We imported them from the great snowy land of Chicago down to Texas in June. And by January, all 3 of us had eggs on the ground. And that's the best case scenario. Like, that was phenomenal. We were so stoked.
Right.
But Bill's also right in that, man, sometimes it doesn't work out. And probably more times than not, it doesn't work out, where you buy an adult female and they don't go. For me, one of the big things was don't spray your. And for so long it was like this. It was like this badge of pride that people wore when they said, "I never spray my mom."
Yeah.
Because they just drink out of their own water bowls and they don't need spraying or hydro. Well, for me, I tried to not spray. I did my best to like not do it, and my snake just had bad shit. And
all the time.
I would soak my animals, and some would, some wouldn't have bad sheds, and then I would soak and spray my animals when they're in shed. And most of them have great shit. And so the thing that I've learned is that no matter who says don't do or definitely, you have to adapt your own situation to the animals in your situation. And for me, in Texas, where we have extreme hots and colds, like right now it's under 40 degrees outside, and so my heater is on. Like, the air in here is drier, and where in summer the air conditioning on and it's humid. Heck, like I have to adapt my animal to my situation, and specifically in chondros and with other sensitive species, I don't think that there are definite do's and don'ts. I think you have to adapt your situation to the best care.
Yeah. Good way to explain it, for sure. Because at the end of the day, like, whoever works for X, it's not going to always work for B or Y. You know what I mean? Like, you have to just learn to gather information from everywhere and just adapt to what's in front of you. Like, plain and simple.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Steven?
And sometimes you gotta take a chance. Like, I took a chance on those 3 females, and dude, they all went. That was awesome. I've taken a chance on import before, and some went great, some not.
Roll the dice.
yeah, you have to experiment. You have to take a chance. You have to find out what works best for you in your room, in
Yeah.
your
Don't
temperature,
be in a hurry either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think with chondros, that kind of goes across the board where like, and I say this, kind of seriously, but I feel like a lot of people who have chondros want to feel like they're really special for their green trees. So they want to make it seem like it's the most difficult thing to do in the world. Or like all these little things, if you're not perfect, they're all going to fucking die.
Oh my God,
they're not ball pythons by any means. And obviously, until we figured out the whole nidovirus issue was plaguing many collections and was the underlying cause of, the whole don't spray thing came from, well, if you spray them directly, it'll tank their core body temperature and then they'll get all right. It's like, no.
It's not true.
They had nidovirus and they were already compromised, and that's what happened. It's like snakes get rained on in the wild all the time.
Yeah.
Another one that I always heard early on was don't feed them rats, that they're too fatty and their hair's too coarse. It's like, no, I feel like with green tree people, or people who have green trees, what a cafe.
These are cold-blooded cafe rats right here.
I recognize that packaging.
Yeah.
But I feel like either feed a large mouse or a medium rat. Like, no, look at the gram weights. They're on coldbloodedcafe.com. If you want to feed a large mouse, feed a pup rat. Or if you want to feed a jumbo mouse, feed a wean rat, not a medium rat.
Stephen, I don't mean to interrupt you, but I think you're exactly right. I think, in fact, we have gone full circle, and I think a lot of people are probably now underfeeding their green trees because of, a lot of stuff that has been, and some of it rightfully so, concerning prolapse. I just think that right now, the majority of keepers are probably underfeeding their green trees, especially when they're young, especially in that, less than 4-year-old window.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. When every meal is going to be, just adding towards their growth.
Yeah. Because you've got a window, I think, in there, up until they're about 3 or 4 years old, where if you underfeed them, they can still be healthy, but they're going to be small.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily need to be small to be healthy.
For sure.
Look at this beautiful
Look at that beast.
This is my biggest female. Her name is Lizzo because she is both big and beautiful. But this girl is probably 1,200 grams, and she, like a jumbo mouse, just won't even leave a lump in her stomach. Like it's an insufficient meal for her. And so a bigger female needs that, like, extra nutrition. She needs, in my opinion, every 3 weeks, as opposed to just a jumbo mouse. Now, sometimes I'll alternate her feed between a jumbo mouse and a small rat, but I want her to get that extra caloric intake every now and then from what the rat provides. So, to just feed solely mice when your females are massive, they're going to require a little bit bigger caloric intake. Now, can they just survive on mice? Yeah, probably. But are you going to miss some of the calories that they could be taking in? Absolutely. Now she's coming at me. She's pretty awesome, though. This was a mother to...
Oh, MG. That was, dude, that thing is so beautiful, bro. I love it.
God, I wish I could get up and get some of my snakes out.
Yeah, me too.
You don't want Bill to get up.
Who's taking care of your snakes right now?
Oh my God, Des, I'm so lucky to have people in the community like Mark. I've got a couple of guys that come 3 days a week, and I'm out there every day, but it is so hard to do even the most mundane tasks with a cast on your leg and being on one of these fucking knee scooters. It's unbelievable. So I'm just super lucky to have some people that are willing to come by and help me out, just super blessed.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
We're gonna do some wrap up questions. I'm gonna go first because I think that mine might be extensive, but it's wrapped around incubation, obviously. Okay, because I want to get both your guys's. What do you want to show, Steven? What are you showing? Hold on.
This was a yellow Neo.
Show it.
It was like an orange Neo. It looked like a baby basin.
Wow.
Was that the one on your story earlier today?
Yeah.
Dude, it does look like a basin.
Good looking.
That thing turned a lot of green since I left, bro.
Yeah, it really did. But it still has a lot of yellow near the ventral and especially down the further on its body. And the blue diamonds are really starting to become more prominent. And it's getting all these white flecks on it too, which is really cool. So it's gonna light me in.
It's almost like an emerald.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
We call it the emerald chondro.
Yeah, the baby emerald. Yeah,
beautiful.
You could have called it an emerald.
What was the pairing from that?
So it was the Maniquari Lyra male, and then the Sarong de Vinsky Sarong female.
Yeah.
Vinsky.
Yeah.
So that was the clutch I hatched 2 years ago. And he's actually he's locked with a lemon Kofiau Biak female sibling to that really high yellow one we have 3 times now. So
yellow.
We'll try coming. We'll keep all the yellow Neos from that.
Here come the yellows, bro.
Come on. I'm done yellow Neos. I don't want any red Neos. Screw those.
What if you get 11? Can I get the 11?
Yeah, I can have 11, MJ.
Hey, just so we don't hate on red Neos.
I love it. What's Mark doing?
I think he's unplugging his suit.
Just to.
Whoa!
Yeah. Oh wow! There we go.
That thing's like brown.
That thing's wild.
Your connection's miserable.
Yeah. So this is like chocolate.
Where are you?
My brother is a professional photographer, and we took pictures of a bunch of the red Neos today. And this was from my calico clutch earlier this year. Actually, the mother was that big Jaipura Lyra female that I just showed. But this is like the darkest of the dark. Absolutely patternless. Has a dorsal stripe. Like just phenomenal animal. Really, really cool. I feel like one of those makeup Instagram girls right now, putting my hand in front of the makeup. So
you have the voice and you have the hand.
Yeah, we're professional.
Looks great. Looks great. Fucking sick. Okay, I just.
Wow.
Okay.
Love it.
I love it, bro. Well played, Mark.
That one's right up Bill's alley. Let me tell you.
It is. I'm heading that way right now. I've got a couple yellows. I'll trade for it.
All right, let's go.
So I want to know right now from the two of you, because this is my wrap-up question, is as far as your incubation techniques, right? I mean, you've learned a lot of lessons like we were talking about earlier, Bill, but is it just basically like fucking clockwork when it comes to your incubation now? Like, I mean, is there something that you just figured out to where you don't switch? Like, I mean, how do you do your incubation? Basically what I want to know.
You want me to go first, MJ?
Yeah, you go first. You could go first, and then I want to hear it from Mark, if that's okay.
Yeah, I feel like my incubation is pretty locked in. It's just secure knowing, I take a clutch, I put it in an egg box, I put it in the incubator, and if the eggs go bad, I know it's not an incubation issue. I mean, there's a lot of reason for eggs to go bad. The number one reason is an incubation issue, but they go bad for other reasons. But it's just, I'm just confident in knowing in my situation, over really, 2 decades of incubating eggs that my incubator's solid, and my incubation method's solid. And there's, like we've talked about in so many different things, so many different ways to skin a cat. I've got mine dialed in for me, and I've incubated all sorts of different species. Huh?
Skins the cat in one swoop. Skin. 52 days.
Cook it.
And so, it's just
Wow.
no, man, that's what do you call it? Calamex over there?
That's
Mexical?
Yeah, that's that TJ. That's that TJ special right there at the border. They hook. You'll see. They'll say that's why you'll see a lot of stray dogs and cats in there. Or no, that's why they'll say you don't see any stray dogs.
You don't see them.
Yeah, because they're scarce. But
listen, like Mark said, you've got to get that incubator dialed in. It's so important, and there's no way to do it. Just like feeding baby chondros, there's no way to do it except to do it and put those eggs in there and see what happens, and monitor your temperatures and monitor your humidity, and hope to see what you should see in the process. Of those eggs. They're nice and plump, and they should stay nice and plump towards the end, and then they start getting dimpled, and just after a long time and many clutches doing it, then you know what to expect.
Now, what about what about with your temps fluctuating? Like, because that's going to happen regardless, right? Like, even if you don't adjust anything, as that egg is progressing, temps will begin to fluctuate on themselves, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that egg box is a dynamic thing. That thing, as that egg matures, it's an exothermic reaction, right? It's releasing heat as you go. And so you can expect, if you measure the temperatures in the egg box, they're going to increase as the cycle gets farther and farther into the 50 days or whatever it is. I mean, you can expect that to happen. It's not going to be dramatic changes, but that's going to happen. That's why I'm a big proponent of just keeping the incubator temperature at your temperature, and let the egg box do what it does through the progression.
Okay. Mark?
Yeah, so I tried to emulate Bill's method in my environment, and it didn't work well because Bill has a whole building for his snake room, first of all, which you can see I'm in a closet. This is it. Bill has a bit your incubator 6 foot tall, 5 foot tall.
It's a Snapple.
It's a Snapple.
It's a Snapple cooler, so probably 6x4.
So there is so much more air in Bill's incubator that one or two or three egg boxes heating up in their egg boxes is not going to change, and it's going to constantly fight against that air temperature on the outside, which is inside the incubator that is a temperature, and so that is going to cool them down as you heat up. And for me, I have a small 2x2 sea serpent heat, and it's great. I love it. But I found that, so I got the exact same egg boxes as Bill to put my eggs in. I did things the exact same way. I straight baked them, and I had too many eggs inside of those egg boxes, inside of a small space, that they heated up too much, and I had a poor hatch rate. At least that's what I can't. The unfortunate thing is you can't go back and ask the egg, "Hey, why didn't you hatch?" But
what the fuck?
That's what I predict. And so for me, I have found that in a smaller incubator, I rely more on a larger egg box, so that when those eggs do have that exothermic reaction, they do heat up inside the egg box. It's not in a small space; it's in a big space where that air can help to regulate some of that temperature. So for me, again, it's
Different
don't-
scenario.
yeah, you can't do exactly what everyone else does. You have to do what works for you.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And
Makes total
experience
sense.
is going to be the best teacher.
Yeah, because
that's why it's so important to dial your incubator in.
situation. And remember what tripped me out? I remember we had Ryan Young who explained his incubation, which is fucking one big closet, or it's like one big. What is it? It's like a room.
Yeah.
He puts all his species in there because he knows what the lower level temps are. He knows what the mid level temps are, and the highest in the And I was like, what? I was looking around like, dude, that's nuts. But that's his situation, and it works for him. You know what I mean? So you got to figure it out. You got to figure your shit out.
For sure. His incubation room is the size of my snake room. Like I am in a closet, and so his methods are going to be different than mine. And that doesn't make one better than the other. It just means that we have to adapt. And the unfortunate thing is learning incubation methods comes with a lot. No matter how you play it out, you're going to take losses if you want to learn. Unless you are just super lucky and you get right off the bat and you have a great hatch rate. That's wonderful. That didn't happen for me.
Mark, just bring your eggs over to my place. I'll incubate.
Yeah.
I'm sure I bet he will.
I've done it before, and I will do it again.
All right, so Steven, what's your wrap-up question?
So in today's day and age, in 2021, what is your advice to the new green tree keeper, someone just getting in, how to build and then maintain as good of a collection as possible and set themselves up for success going forward?
Nice.
Yeah, I'll answer that because it's an easy one for me. Don't skimp on two things: husbandry on your animals, and there is so much great stuff out there now. The thermostats, the cages, the ability to, remotely via Wi-Fi monitor both of those temperatures and humidity, cameras, that you can get for $40 to monitor your egg boxes or your animals. So don't skip on husbandry and don't skip on your founding animals, and, be in it for a game of patience.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to, find the quick route, get in there and get your founding animals when they're either hatchlings or 1 or 2 years old. And just be patient and be flexible and be humble, and you'll be successful.
Beautiful. Mark.
Great advice.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. I would echo all of that 100%. The great thing about having a social media presence that is influential is a ton of people ask, hey, do I have any animals available? Hey, all this stuff. And the first thing that I say is, hey, what do you want? Like, tell me if you're looking for something specific. And most people will say, oh yeah, I want something like thickness, or I want a blue animal. And I'll say, hey, you know what? That's awesome. If you want that, for sure. But you have to know that those animals are not for sale. And even if you want to take a chance on an animal that might become that, it's gonna be $5,000 minimum. Like,
Right.
And so the thing that is crazy within the green tree community, which I don't see in the ball python community, or and maybe I don't see it because I'm not as active or whatever. But people say, "Oh, I want a blue animal. I want to get a blue green tree." And what they end up getting is a green snake that they don't know the locality of, that they then post in the group and say, does anybody know what my locality is? And in ball pythons, you don't see that. People people say, "Oh my gosh, I want that, albino pie," and they save up and they get the pie animal. In green trees, there are so many incredible looks, and so if you want a blue snake, save up, do your research, like get that blue snake that you want. Don't settle for just like the Petco animal, or if you want something, go and get it. Be passionate about it. Don't get an animal just to get an animal. Get something that you're gonna be stoked about, and that every day when you walk into your snake room, you're gonna look at it and say, "Oh my gosh, I'm so lucky to have it." And that doesn't mean that it has to be $5,000. My first green tree, I got for $200, and it was the most beautiful, mind-blowing green tree python that I had ever seen. And I loved every minute of it. And like, it got me so stoked. But for me, that was a lot of money. I took what I had and I said, I'm getting that. And it was that thing that got me so hooked on everything after that.
Yeah.
So my advice would be, don't settle, be passionate, figure out what you want, and then go after that. It's attainable. It might cost more, it might make you wait longer, you might have more patience, you might have to get to know breeders, but it's going to be worth it, especially if you're passionate about that animal for years to come.
Son of a bitch. First he gets lucky with the clutch of eggs from those females, and then he gets a $200 fucking glorious fucking chondro. How much luck do you have, Mark?
Hey,
Like,
dude.
hey, I mean, I'm not even hating. That's cool. And that's it, bro. I mean, fucking good for you. That's just when you get the waves, you ride them, and you're just riding the shit out of them. So,
yeah, those first yellow babies that I showed you that are crazy colored, they are from that first chondro that I got.
Wow,
right on.
So,
that's awesome.
I mean, there is absolutely luck involved with green tree python.
No doubt about it.
Yep. And when
No
you get
one
it,
would argue.
yep.
Mhm.
Amen to that. Desi?
Stegall, all of the luck is involved for sure.
Go ahead, Des.
Okay, my question's for Mark, and I want to know, what is your favorite winning trick in wakeboarding?
Oh man. Okay. So let me back up. So I want to talk about the first time I met Forrest. And the reason I love Forrest is because he was the very first guy that spanned the two worlds that I lived in, the
Yeah.
action sports world and the reptile world. Because
Yeah.
Forrest grew up, he knew the skateboarding,
learning, yeah. Mm-hmm.
and so for me, I was so encouraged to have someone that knew both worlds and to have them collide like that. And Forrest was that guy.
Yeah.
So it was just an incredible time. When he was like this reptile celebrity that I had in my mind. And then he reached out to me. He and Brian Barczyk were coming down to Dallas. And it was phenomenal. So I loved it. And I will always be thankful for that. For me, I have been so blessed to not only be a talented wakeboarder and grow up within the sport, but then I also have gotten, so one of my side hustles is I get to be the announcer for the Pro Tour, for the World Championship, for the National.
Yeah, that's great.
I get to travel all over the world announcing wakeboard.
Yeah, and that's calling out tricks.
Absolutely. And so I call them out. I've seen it all. And you can't show me a trick that I can't name and break down and tell you how they did it and all that.
So what is your favorite one then?
So I am a big fan of double flip. the double flip movement has it's taken a while. Like in snowboarding, they've been in the double forks, the triple forks, and even the quad now for for a little while. Wakeboarding, the double flips really came on the scene. Like Parks Bonifay was really one of the first guys to do double flips, put them in contests, Daring to Zero, and all that stuff. So I have loved double flip. So in the last couple of years, the double backflip, the double half cab roll, which is a switch, double back roll to 180. I love watching people just fuck themselves, and with no regard for their safety, for their body, like they are going for broke. They're absolutely sinning, and I love that. So
what's your favorite move, Des?
I can barely get up on a wakeboard, so just getting up for me is good enough.
Crossing the wake is good.
Yeah, crossing the wake for me is it. If I could do a little bunny hop or something, that would be dope. Maybe a little turning twist and switch my hands around or something. A little
nice
nail. What would it be called? I don't know. I snowboarded and tried skateboarding for a while, but I was not good at that. So I just stuck to snowboarding, and I broke my tailbone and I broke my shoulder. I had surgery on my shoulder. So I beat myself up snowboarding back in the day, 10 years ago. But I'm trying to get really good in shape so I can keep up with my child. And I want to take him out snowboarding. So I'm going to get him a little tiny skateboard for Christmas and put him on that. And then I'm going to transition him into a little kid snowboard. And then I'm just going to drag him around the house on it until he's like bouncing really good. And then I'm going to take him out in the snow and just let him go.
He's going to shred.
So I need to get really shape again so I can get on a board again. There's actually one in this attic. My snowboards are in this attic in the snake room.
So there's this pro snowboarder.
I love that shit. Yeah.
There's a pro snowboarder who has this quote, and he says that the greatest trick, like the best trick in all of snowboarding, is strapping in. And
strapping in.
Yeah.
Like the best trick that anyone can do is just
strap in,
putting your feet in the board and go. That's it. Yeah. And because every trick comes from, and the stoke comes from, like it's just awesome. So getting on a board, getting out there, having fun. Hey,
I love it. I miss it so much. Yeah, I can't wait to get back.
Damn.
Mark, I've seen your knees. Okay, you saw my cast.
Yeah.
Welcome to your future, brother.
Hey, I'm ready for it, Bill. I've already had one full reconstruction. I'm ready for the next.
Oh shit, that sounds bizarre, man. Wait, man, dude, this has been an amazing 2 hours, guys. I can't thank you enough. This has been more than I could ask for. I'm not gonna lie, we fucking heard some amazing shit tonight. Before I let you guys go, I do want to say, obviously, Bill, I know for a fact. I mean, it's obvious you got so many people who support you, look up to you. Anything you want to say to your, the people who follow you and the people who, that basically look up to your work and that have been since the start?
Really, the thing that comes to mind is that I think I'm so blessed, and we're so blessed that the reptile community is so strong, and the passion for reptiles throughout the country is exploding. I know it personally from the people that I sell to and see every day, to I'm good friends with vets, and they say by far the biggest expanding pet industry in the country, far and beyond, are reptiles. And so I just think we're so lucky to be in it now. And, we have a lot of thanks to give to a lot of people that, have done it the right way. And so I'm just super stoked for the future for reptiles and people that keep them.
We're stoked for you, buddy. Super stoked for you. We're glad that you're gonna get that fucking ankle taken care of too. You know what I mean?
It's done. I'll be chasing you around the pool in no time.
Oh, we'll be there. Trust me, we'll be there.
We'll
Hey,
be there.
Bill, thank you so much, and you have a wonderful night, man. And Merry Christmas. Tell Kim we said happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and God bless you, brother.
I will, and thanks so much for having me on. Merry Christmas, guys. Love you all.
See you, Bill. Love you, man.
Good night.
Man,
Woo!
lucky bastard, Mark.
Yes.
What a legend, huh?
Yeah, well deserved, man. This is it's amazing, dude. To meet two great people like you two in the community talk together like this, and I couldn't ask for more, man. Amazing shit, bro. But as well to you, Mark. I mean, you got a lot of people who follow you. I'm one of them, obviously. I mean, like, dude, I'm so like, I mean, you not only as a hobbyist with the snakes, man, just like what you do with the wakeboarding and how it's literally, I mean, I could just tell with the way you talk. Like, I could literally tell just with the way you talk on how much you love what you do. And I feel like God did it for a reason, bro. I mean, and it shows just by talking to you, bro. So, but that being said, what do you have to say to all your support out there, man? Everybody who follows you and everyone who looks up to your work.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's so many times when I look back at my life and think like, how on earth did I get here? You know, like whether it's, you know, like my wife graduated from law school like 2 years ago, and she was full-time law school while we were paying for it year by year. And the way that we did that was through wakeboarding. Like, that's the dumbest thing that's ever happened. Like, someone who's in, you know, wakeboard ministry has been able to pay for law school and snake and, you know, and Christmas suits and like the craziest stuff, you know. And so
it's just not cheap.
hey, it lights up, man.
Yeah, it lights up.
So, you know, I mean, even just to have green tree python, which are not cheap snake, which, you know, require care and require time. Like, man, I am the most blessed person on the face of the earth to be where I am, and the fact that people want to follow along and, you know, see other Texas Chondro keeper accounts, like it blows my mind, and I'm so thankful for it. I'm so thankful for the support of Stephen and Desiree and Cold Blooded Cafe for
Thank you.
backing me from day one. Like, Forrest was a huge proponent of helping me and my account to be able to give back and help the company. And so, yeah, I'm just blown away. I'm so thankful for all of the reptile community, all of the community, MJ, for you and the podcast community. Like, it has all been a huge blessing. Like, 2020 was a dumpster fire, but there has been so much incredible stuff that's also happened this year that, you know, you can't ignore the people that have impacted positively this year. And all three of you, MJ, Stephen, and Desiree, all three of you have had a huge impact on my life.
Oh, man, thanks, bro. That means a lot.
You too.
Exactly. You too, man. And you know, Mark, I will never forget our conversations. I know there's been a couple times you just called me out of the blue, man, and just to tell me how good I've been doing. And I fucking tell you, man, those, you know, it's a big thing to me, man. And just those are the kind of things that like literally help a person just go a little further. And I ain't gonna stop, man. And you know, I appreciate everything you appreciate you just being the friend that you are, man. It really means a lot.
Yeah, well, I'll echo it here, man. You know, I'll single you out right now just because you do the trap talk, you do the unfiltered stuff. You know, you have like 10 podcasts. I don't know how many you have at this point, but it seems like I'm always listening to your voice, and you do a phenomenal job.
Thanks, man.
I'm one of those guys, you know, because I do the wakeboard announcing and everything. Like, I'll show up to an event and NBC Sports or, you know, whoever will be there, and they'll just hand me a microphone and say, okay, we want you to intro the event. Just just do an intro. And I'm like, well, what do you want me to say? And they just say, no,
Yeah.
just do whatever. And it's like 3, 2, 1, go. And it's on you, and you have no clue what to say, and you're like, oh, but you just do it. And not everyone can do that. It is so hard to say the right thing at the right time, and keep people
I don't always say the right thing. Let's just be clear.
Habitats.
So great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, but yeah,
you
go ahead.
do a phenomenal job. It is
Thanks.
so hard to be live, to be dynamic, to be entertaining, and let people want to listen. And you do a fantastic job. And that's what I always call to tell you how great of a job you're doing. The guests you bring on are phenomenal, guys. This podcast has the best guest of any podcast. There are no better.
Thank you.
I mean, you guys have brought on legends. Legends.
Still more
And-
to come.
We're not even done yet.
And I am a freaking, dwarf in the seat of legend. Like it's ridiculous that I get to come on here after guys like Ed Marino have been on here. Get out of here! What are you doing? You guys are killing it, and I'm so thankful. I could not be
Thank
more
you.
honored, more grateful.
Well, these are words coming from a legend, man. Just so you know, bro. So
Legends.
you really inspire us, and this is definitely, we'll have this roundabout again, man. Like we don't just do things with people for once and never bring them back. Like we're gonna see more of Mark. We'll definitely see more of Bill. That's for damn sure. But man, you enjoy your holiday. God bless you. Keep doing what you're doing. We cannot wait to see what you have coming in 2021. We barely got a taste of it now, but dude, happy New Year, happy holidays. I'm sure I'll talk to you before the New Year and all that stuff, even before Christmas. So, but you have a good night, Mark. Thank you so much, bro.
Thanks, Mark.
Yeah, for sure. Y'all too. Merry Christmas. Thanks so much.
Merry
Have a great
Christmas.
time.
See you, buddy.
Bye.
All right. See y'all.
What a
Woo!
holiday special, man.
Christmas.
Can you believe that?
That was wild.
Damn, bro.
I feel like out of any episode we did, like this is the one where I forgot it was a podcast. Like
Powerful.
it was like all 5 of us were just hanging out after our
Yeah.
lunch or something like that.
Yeah.
Like we weren't recording anything. We're just
I felt like I felt like we were all hanging out at Bill's again, but yet I'm not hungover. Like I feel great. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wish I could have gone swimming. And dude, imagine doing this in Bill's backyard, but we're in his pool. Like just
And
like playing fucking beanbag toss or whatever the fuck game he has back there. I don't know. You know what I mean? Just Jesus. Just let's go back to Texas. Let's go fucking hang out.
it.
And then imagine Patrick coming through. All we need is Patrick. And it's like, I don't know, there's just so many Texans out there that I fuck with. And we have two of the best, I feel like, for sure, on this show tonight. And man, what a great time, man. What a great Christmas gift to the podcast world. I'm telling you that right now. This was a great gift because I'll tell you what, the questions that I asked them have been questions I've been wanting to ask, fucking Bill for sure for a minute with the incubation. And, hearing from him, like, this is something I'll always go back to. Like, even if I have a question again about what what I had, because, how many times have you had questions, but then you ask yourself a year later or 2 years down the road, like, this is shit that's literally never going to go anywhere, right? YouTube, don't fucking be dicks, but
Yeah.
it's always going to be here. And if not YouTube, then it's on fucking Apple Podcasts. It's on, Spotify. It's literally documented history, bro. Too hard. Woo.
And really, I feel like, at least for me, this is the first time I've heard anybody like push forward, appreciate those yellow neonates.
Oh
Like,
my God.
That's why I pressed that. That's why I pressed that topic. I knew, because I've seen yellows from fucking these two, or I've definitely seen yellows from Mark, and I was like, wait a minute, dude, you can't hate on yellows that hard. And then sure enough, bro, he busted him out. I was so I wasn't gonna even ask him to do it, and he did it. And I went, we got a lot more than what we asked for, bro. I'm telling you, this was heat, bro. I can't wait.
For me, at least, I love yellow neos and have like an emotional attachment to them because that male up there, my first Chondro, he was a yellow neo.
Right.
And like that was one of my only snakes. I was like handling that little green tree python irresponsibly and all that, and I loved it. So now I'm like, man, I want to get a bunch of like designer green trees, but just get the yellows.
Okay.
And just
hold back them yellows, bro.
Yeah, just the yellow designer line, like first generation, and he has some high melanistic stuff coming out. Like,
damn.
Is everyone just sleeping on these yellows because everyone's just like dark maroon, black neonates? Like,
I wonder what Pedro's doing right now watching this. I wonder if he's twiddling his thumbs like, yeah, keep talking, motherfuckers. Like, like he's probably up to something. He's probably like, watch what this next red one I come out with. Okay, you know what I mean? Who knows?
Okay,
but
we can all be Pedro, okay?
Honestly, okay, with all due respect, I love Pedro, but bro, every time, like in the beginning, right? Pedro was like, his snakes were the ones where I was like, Jesus Christ, there's snakes like this. But then I would come across snakes like Bill's and Mark's, and I'd be like, hello, America's fucking with this shit too. Like, just as heavy, just as thick. And I even talked to Pedro, and he's like, nah, man, you give me too much credit. Like, Pedro looks up to so many people in America with the projects, and it's just all mutual love. Like, it's all fucking but all I'm saying is, bro, you can't fuck with Texas, and we showed you why, and we're gonna keep showing you why, from the enclosures to the snakes. I'm telling you, man, shit's on fire. I love Texas, man. I love Texas. They just need to get their fucking Mexican food on point, and then we'll all be happy.
You gotta start, MJ's fucking Mexican food cartel down there. Like, you gotta bring TJ Mexican to Texas.
You know how close that is to the actual Juarez cartel? I'll disappear. I'll be dead. I ain't trying to do anything. Listen, I had nothing to do with nothing but what we got going on here. Okay, so anyways, I'm hungry. I gotta go eat. You guys have a wonderful night. Get ready for well, first off, Merry Christmas, okay, to you.
Merry Christmas
to everybody.
Merry Christmas to Lars. Merry Christmas to to your guys' families. God bless, man. This is we're almost done with this year, and we're coming fucking hard. We got a fucking Steven, our lineup. What's up with our lineup? Let's be real. Our lineup is thick.
THIC. C.
Yeah.
3 C's.
As many C's as you could fit into thick. That's how we're doing it. Okay. You guys have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Don't drink and drive. Peace out.